It seems like I have known you for years and years and years, but I'm always surprised because you're always turning up. Your name or something about Jared Boyd, and even just recently, when we were talking about setting up the interview, it was like he wanted to do it at Bridges because he's on the board at Bridges, and I never knew that. But like I'll turn around and there's Jared Boyd. He's the DJ at a restaurant or at a bar, or you're working for a newspaper. I turn on the radio. You're on Beale Street Caravan, but it's like, is there more than one Jared Boyd? Or are you the only Jared Boyd there is?
I'm the only one that I've had the pleasure of meeting myself.
Well, okay, then I feel that. Well, so let's just start. Where were you born in Memphis?
Born in Memphis, absolutely. Born in Memphis, raised in Parkway Village.
Okay.
My folks are from Orange Mound, so that's another part of my identity, I think, as well. Both sets of grandparents, in Orange Mound. But yeah, White Station High School graduate, and definitely born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee.
Even going back farther, what kind of kid were you? I mean, were you like this caring kid watching out for the other kids, or were you involved in things even before high school, like grade school?
Well, I wouldn't say that I was the sort of kid that had the values of what people might think of when they think of a bridge builder. And I think that's kind of the point of bridge builders, is just finding young people and seeing a nugget of leadership in them and shaping that with this sort of toolkit of compassion and being able to be empathetic to all the different personalities and perspectives that could be thought of or encompassed in this idea of a Memphis metro area. And that's, parts of Mississippi, parts of Arkansas, but definitely the diverse landscape around Memphis, where you can grow up feeling very connected to these different things that have made us all Memphians or Memphis adjacent, but really see things from a wildly different perspective. But as a kid, I kind of laugh because I think there may have been a few different Jared Boyds at that point too. Going outside and playing, I had a very different demeanor than I would have had in school. I went to Richland Elementary, and I would have had a very different demeanor at church. I went to Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church, and different groups of friends. I went to summer camp in the summers, Greater Community Temple, World Overcomers, and so I was used to sort of being different things to different people at a very young age.
Who kept you on the right track, or was it you kept you on the right track?
No, it definitely wasn't me. I think that the great thing about my parents is that they allowed me to explore my interests. They both worked very hard. They worked different schedules. My mother worked at the Germantown Post Office. My father worked at the FedEx Hub. He was in security. As much as they were working so hard, and I didn't get to play a lot of organized sports and that sort of thing. My parents were busy, but I did get all the, things of my interest. I think just to sort of have in front of me at home and explore and tinker and figure it out. I mean, the internet is a big thing. As a digital native, a young kid.
Did you play an instrument or have any interest in that?
I bopped and bounced around instruments here and there growing up. I played viola for a really short period of time when I was in elementary school.
Maybe the only person I've ever interviewed who just played viola when he was little. Nobody ever says that. It's like, well, yes. Or even harmonica, but that's interesting. Why viola over something else?
A close family friend played viola, and I thought, that's so cool. I want to play that. It's not the violin. It's a little different. So I played viola for a short while, and then I didn't like it. I didn't play an instrument for a while until I got to middle school, and my mother said, "You can't not play an instrument. You gotta. This is something that you're gonna need.
Why?
Well, it's like you either be in the choir in school or you play an instrument. Our family cares a lot about music. Your cousins have all played instruments. I have a really talented cousin, Marco A. He plays the upright bass, and he plays with like the Jackson Symphony Orchestra, and He does that thing. So, and my cousin Alfred Rutherford, our cousin, we share a cousin. Alfred Rutherford, played keys. I think most recently on Valerie June's record. He's done well playing at churches and that sort of thing. But the big musical person in my family is Andrew Love. He's all of us, all the people I've just named
I didn't know that.
are related to Andrew Love.
What was he to you? Your uncle or
he's an elder cousin.
Wow.
And
did you have much association with him? Did you get to talk to him?
Well, he had Alzheimer's, as you may know,
right,
and so when I was growing up, I wouldn't have been able to make sense of that. But I didn't really have a lot of substantive conversations with him. I just knew whenever he came around, Thanksgiving, Christmas, everyone was so excited that he was there, and I had some curiosity about what he had done as a musician, as a young child, and going to the Rock and Soul Museum on field trips as a kid. I remember my mom getting me ready to go, and she's like, if you see something on this guy, here's his picture, here's his name, and you should know that's your cousin. And he did some important things, and sure enough, especially when you're a kid, you're looking for reasons to brag. At least that's the kind of kid I was, since you're asking.
No, that's okay.
You turn in your class, it's like, that's my cousin. He's in a museum. Where's your cousin at? That sort of
Memphis
thing.
horns.
Memphis horns.